Hello Crafted Shutter Watchers, another fantastic video for you today on how to start your own video curation business through Blackbox. Also metadata curation in Blackbox. And what that means is you can work with other artists to edit their footage, upload their footage, and tag their footage. And generally you get 40% off of each sale when they make a sale, or when both of you make a sale online at the stock agencies that Blackbox works with. And then you can also just do the editing. You can do the editing and the metadata, or you can just enter the metadata, and that is usually around 20-25%, okay? So you can run a business without ever having to pick up a camera on Blackbox. If you enjoy editing and putting in tags for metadata for other producers in order for their clips to show up online to be sold. Now I'm going to walk you through this process. We're going to jump in the computer in just a moment. I'm going to link above a video about the best sites you can use to help you get some keywords. I'll link that above. And that's really important. If you don't have super strong titles and keywords, it's not going to help you make any money, nor is it going to help the artist to make any money. Another resource that you're going to need is to join the Blackbox Facebook group, because a lot of artists post some demo reels there and then ask people if they'll be willing to either curate the footage for them or enter the metadata for them. So you can also get clientele that way. You can also find people on the Blackbox platform that need help, and you can work with them. Now, if you're going to be editing for someone, I'm going to link above in a video on how to color grade. Now, this video above is linked using DaVinci Resolve, which is a free download for any platform. So that will give you a baseline, but you need to be really careful about taking on a video editing project, especially if you don't have any experience. You know, I wouldn't recommend it. I would recommend you experimenting with your own stock video first, getting comfortable doing the minor edits like noise reduction, basic color correction and grading, stabilization. You need to know how to do these things if you want to take on somebody else's work and edit it for them. So that's really important. I'm also going to link above the user guide. Now, the user guide is just me reading through the Blackbox user guide, and I have it broken down into sections on that. It's also on my podcast, linked below as well. And if you have questions about curation, that most of that is answered in the user guide. So really, you can take Blackbox as a platform, start your own metadata business without even owning a camera. And as long as you're doing a really good work for people and tagging their clips and putting in great titles, you've got your own little business started, okay? Now, for camera work, again, you're going to need some experience if you're going to edit video. So those combined, you know, gives you a double percentage of 40%. And in reality, that's a whole lot better than the return that you get for selling a stock video. I mean, a stock photo. A stock photos don't net you that much per sale anymore. You're lucky to get $1. So this is a whole lot more profitable to spend your time curating other people's footage than it is to go out and shoot stock photography. There's a caveat here, and that's doing good work is primary number one. And also, you need to work on your business skills. You don't want to take on somebody's project and then all of a sudden you don't finish it, or you don't have time, or you're not doing a good job. People are going to label you as not trustworthy, and you're not going to have a business. So you need to develop a relationship kind of outside the Blackbox platform, whether it be via email or Skype or phone or whatever it may be, or texting the person, that you keep up a dialogue and that you produce what they need in the time frame that's acceptable. I have several artists that just send me hard drives. They don't give me a time frame because I work at it continually as I can, and as soon as I'm done editing all their footage, I'll send their hard drive back to them. And I just work that way with several artists. Others, I curate their keywords. They ask me if I can do it. I jump on the platform, and usually I don't leave it there more than a week or two, and they know that, and I get that done. So you need to be able to get your work done in a timely manner, so you can continue to run your business. Now we're going to jump into the Black Box platform and take a look at how to basically set this up and some things that you may not know, or to make it easier for you is what I'm really doing. And don't forget to check out the user guide on the Black Box site, and at least you can check out the video and listen to it, go over it if you have questions. But I'm going to try to answer those questions for you as we go through. If you have any further questions, or maybe even something that I've missed, because that can happen, then don't be afraid to leave it in the comments below. But really, I'm giving you several people out there a business opportunity. Black Box has created a business opportunity for a lot of people. And I think stock footage is really just going to be the beginning, because I'm looking down the road, YouTube and other platforms that we can work together on, and that I hope that I can train you on how to work with other people so that we all can make money and keep up with the times. So let's jump into Black Box right now, take a look at the software, how you can get started on this, what you can expect, kind of what it looks like, and then I will close out the video then. Here we go. Okay, everybody, here we are in the Black Box platform online, and I have you in my Black Box right here at the top, and this is where we are at. And I'm going to show you how this works, okay? Now, you can see under my collaborations, these are actually old. I'm not working for this person anymore. But if you take up this is where your collaborations can show up. We're going to jump over here to Marketplace, and you'll see that people are looking, this is somebody looking for full curation. And you can chat if you want to see what their work is like. Before you start working with someone. Doesn't hurt to reach out and ask them to show you what their work is like before you want to work for them, okay? So communication is very key. And you can see right here that you can see the percentages, okay? So 20%, 40%, 40%, 20%, 20%, 30%, 40% of the projects, and then you can decide who you want to work with. Also over here on the Facebook group, this is where you will find a lot of people posting, and what it will look like is a lot like this. Now this is just someone asking what we think about these clips, but a lot of people will post a demo reel here and then ask for curation. And as you scroll through here, people are talking about their cameras and different stuff and their earnings, all kinds of things. But a lot of times in here, you're going to get popped up. Here's somebody, my partner said, because she has no clips left to curate. So here's somebody offering full curation, and somebody else offering curator of clips as well. So you can work on this. You can also find people, and you can also show your footage and ask for a curation on that. Now back on this platform, let's just say that you get a curation job. And so what you're going to do next is after you've approved, you're gonna come over to my Black Box, and if you're just doing keywords, then it's going to pop up here. Now I have a long standing agreement with this person that they can go ahead and just put the files in here, and they know it takes me roughly around a week or two, and I will go ahead and get these curated for them. And you can see I'm at 25%, and then you can click here to see all the clips on this page. There's 62 clips waiting on this page to be curated, and this is just for keywords. I didn't do any video editing for this person, so I go through the keywords. A thing to note here is you can refuse a clip, and it will pop up a reason why. So you can give information. So if you don't feel like you need to edit the clip, or it's not good enough quality wise, then it's okay to tell somebody, you know what, I don't want to spend my time with that clip. And so then you can just move on from there. So this is for metadata under the curation. Now let's just say you're doing full curation for somebody, meaning you're editing the video and everything. So under the workspace, what you will find, I'm going to pop open, I'm going to move out of frame just for a minute here, and I'm going to bring over this right here. Now, let's just say we're logged into Blackbox. This is FileZilla, okay? Just so you understand how this works. And so if somebody sets up a project for you and say they're going to give you 40%, where there's going to be a folder in here that you can click on right here. And let's just say you'll find that folder with their name right here. And you can also click on this arrow and find that. But you need to find the right folder because it will be the project. They'll have their name, the project there. And then you double click that and drag your clips into there to upload the clips, okay? So you can find, you'll see the site or the folder where it's going to make sure you're putting it in the right folder. But once somebody has created a project for you to upload all your clips to, then it will be set up here on Blackbox as long as you're dropping it in the right folder. So you need to make sure that you're selecting the right folder here on FileZilla. You can go back to stock footage here. You need to make sure you find the right folder to put the clips in so they'll show up on the site where they need to show up. So that's in FileZilla, and you can look at the user guide to see how to set up that. I didn't walk through that process. I'm just showing you where to put your clips once you're done editing them. So when you come back over here and you upload clips, they're going to usually show up here in your workspace area. And you'll have a way to edit those, and you'll have also your percentages. Now, I'm showing you this on purpose because I threw a couple clips on here of my own, okay? And you'll see 100%. So you got to be very careful about mixing and matching projects, okay? Because you can batch tag a project. And then you come down here, and I'm actually did some full curation for somebody else, okay? You can view the clip here, and I was editing some of this footage for somebody else, and so then I go in here and you see my ownership of this is 35%. This happened a long time ago, and that's, I usually take 40% now, but this would generally be 40% if you're doing full curation. You go ahead and edit all of that and then let the person know you're done with the editing, and it will show up there, and your percentage will show up here. Remember, ownership here of this is 100 because these are my clips and I didn't attach any shares to them. So down here you'll see there's a share, and if you go over to the curation tab for keywords, it's right here, curator ownership, right there. So between these two places is where your clips are going to show up to edit, okay, for other people. You can also use, a lot of times you can upload releases for people that will give you access to their model releases, or they'll do it themselves. And on this instance over here, she attaches all the releases for these clips for me. And yes, you can actually refuse all. You can also, if you're editing for somebody else, you can take the files, put them in a spreadsheet style, upload a CSV or XLS file, and just dump the data into here if you don't want to do the keywording work on the site right here. So depends on the kind of process that you're using, you can do that as well. So once you get everything done, they can accept it all and go ahead and load it up to the site. And once it's all up there, there's no going back. In other words, this is the area that you want to get done. When I get done editing all these clips, I'll let her know that I'm finished, and then she can look over it and she can either kick them back to me to fix or do something different with. She could delete them herself. It's all just working together here in a fluid process. So if you're going to use the marketplace, I highly recommend that you chat with the person and let the people know. I have a couple of these projects, and this is actually, a couple of them have been accidental that I clicked on the other day, but I let the people know, and then I've used this chat, and I want to tell people that if you're going to come over here and give a project, and you don't respond to the chats, then you know, we need the communication here on both sides, and I can't say that enough. If you come to my submitted content here, you can see that these are clips that I have submitted for somebody else, and because here's my percentage, and let's see, I just got to show you this clip just for fun. Let me see, maybe it's on page 3. Yeah, check this clip out. This is cool. I haven't seen this too often. This hippo jumping out of the water with his mouth open. Yeah, that was a fun curation. So I enjoyed curating that footage. He jumps out of the water twice. So your clips will show up here, and you can see my assets, and you can see my shared assets, and you can see all of my assets right here. Okay? So you can look through everything on this and get it, see it all here. And these two are the two areas you work with. And just don't forget to stay in touch with your curator no matter what level you're working at, so you can continue your business. Hey guys, thanks for watching this tutorial on how to create your own curation business. If you are curious on what I make on stock video, I'm going to link above all of the monthly earnings. I give away 2 to 3 sites a month on my stock video earnings, so feel free to watch that. It's almost a whole year up now of my stock earnings. So thanks for watching the video. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead, ring that bell, get involved in the community, click on the community tab. I have a question down there about getting other people and artists involved in the community. Go ahead, it's a couple pictures down or so. Read through that and see if you're interested in highlighting yourself and your work on this channel. Hey, until then, until the next video, we'll see you then.